Yes, we are live on 5. Live on 5. Here at the Reserve, you know what time it is. It's time for the
Cigar Roundtable.
Come on, give it some It's time for the
Cigar Roundtable at the Reserve.
It is indeed. Hey, so we do actually have the 3 crowns here. All 3 are here. BP got his contract dispute put together. Hey, Will, you got a second to talk about that? Or are you busy over there? Just do this if you can't. Say no if you can. He said no. So thank God for our program director who finally got BP back on the show. So we got David here. We're going to start this thing off. But before we do anything, there's a new face here. Who are you, man?
Man, I'm Scott Lewis with Stogius Maximus Distribution.
Look at that. Stogius Maximus. You know you're gangster when you call yourself Stogius Maximus. I'm just saying. So,
my son doesn't think I'm gangster, but I try.
Here's KK.
That's fine. We're actually breaking up the diversity of this group. Usually it's BP or you over here.
That's true. That's true.
You know, all we're saying is
I'm trying to lighten this side up.
Keith came on with jokes. Look at that.
Am I in your chair?
Yeah, we have cutters and lighters, man.
I have my
Always,
lighter.
baby.
So before we get started, man, let's talk about what we're going to be smoking. You don't have a stick. You got a stick. You got a stick, Greg. What are we smoking, guys?
We're going to smoke the La Aurora de Cuba, Mi Amor, and this is known as the Valentino size.
The who size?
The Valentino size.
That's a cigar for lovers.
I'm just going to pull it right over here
Now,
like that. There you go.
You will need to know this. This is a little fact because when you play, when you play, you have to think up facts. Trivia.
Oh, okay.
The only cigar that is not box pressed in the Mi Amor collection is this one right here.
Where did you find those?
Mr. Bailey.
You see, we were nervous to start the show without Keith because that's the man with the facts. We were about to be in
Hey,
trouble.
don't get
no.
on the camera.
Go the other way. Go the other way.
What's up, Ron?
What's up, Ron? Like I said, this show was live, so you'll see everything and anything any minute. Go ahead. What you saying?
So anyway, that's a little known fact about this. This also, you would look to think that this is a 60 ring gauge. It's a 58.
Wow.
But I knew as discerning as y'all were, y'all would pick up it's just a 58.
Well, here's something for you. Most 58s start out as 62s.
Yeah,
but after they're
come down.
packed and cured, they shrink down to a 58.
We
So
got
very good
the fact checker stuff.
All right.
Fact checking.
Okay, I like this.
Can I have one request for this show next time?
What's up?
I'm sick and tired of keeping wearing this Alabama hat. Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll
Let's
Tide.
go.
Roll tone.
Sue it.
Roll tone. Now, before we get this show started, let me first say roll tone. And also, I am wearing my American Outlaw Fort Worth shirt. For once, I'm representing the club. USA Soccer coming on in about an hour ago. USA, you know we're supporting you. My friends back in Fort Worth watching. We're supporting you guys here. We're supporting guys.
Okay,
here.
that's
Listen, everybody throwing shout outs. I'd like to throw a shout out to all the heavy brothers out there who smoke cigars. Everyone who
Heavy brothers.
Yeah, everybody whose BMI is over the charts and your doctor tell you can't smoke cigars. Shout out to all the heavy set people out there.
BMI in the house. All right, guys.
BMI in the house.
So,
All right, we're good.
fact checker left. So, we're about to smoke the one more time. What's it called? The La Amor de Cuba?
La Aurora de Cuba, Mi Amor.
Aroma de Cuba, Mi Amor.
You gotta roll, Mi Amor. You gotta roll the tongue.
So, here we go, man. I'm about to smoke this thing out. Typically, what we do is do a cold draw. We cut up, we talk and light. So, here's how we're going to get this thing started today. What's up, Mr. Gibson? Here's how we're going to get this thing started today. You've already lit up. You've already cut up.
Sorry.
What you think about it?
Okay, the first thing I got was tons of spice. When I breathe it back out through my nose, retro inhale, got lots of pepper, a little bit of sweetness, you know, and I'm really impressed with the draw on this size. Normally, a lot of cigars this size are, the draw's too weak and you get too much air. But this is a nice solid draw, giving me lots of smoke and lots of flavor, even from the first of the light.
I mean, he stood right up and he went, you know, he's actually taking our job away from us. He just started talking about it. But we're about to cut up, we're light up and get caught up with them. So let's go. Cut, light,
Okay,
talk.
wait a minute. I want you to look at
The
something.
fact man is back.
The fact man is back. When you
Fat man?
take your eyes away from your cigar, do not look at your cigar.
Okay,
Now, hold it up where the foot is at the bottom.
okay.
Now, open your hands and look at your cigar and tell me the first thing you see about your cigar.
Burn my damn
It's
hand.
brown like me.
First thing I see,
Yeah, what was the first thing that caught your eye when you looked at it?
Band.
The colorful
band.
band.
It's
Yeah.
band. The band is
The band.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's part of what they've done. They've tried to make a band where it makes the cigar as a background to the band.
Okay.
Anyway, another little known fact: you will need that in Trivial Pursuit.
I'm telling you, this guy here just throwing out knowledge today. He's on point.
We're back into Trivial Pursuit.
Roll Toad.
Roll Tide.
All right. So he's about to cut
Woo
tonight.
pigs.
Are we doing all the same cut today, or what are we doing?
It's all the different cuts today.
Different cuts? All right. Well,
Straight K, V cut, who has a bunch.
I did a V already.
I'm gonna do a guillotine. No, keep talking while I go get the guillotine.
Bring
Here,
me
you
a.
can
bring me a
use lunch.
I will.
Here you go.
Got a guillotine of a punch? You got a
You got a punch? Give me a punch there, guy.
Man, a cigar guy without a punch and a lighter and a
Hey,
cutter.
man, I'm just the host of the show, man. They didn't tell me I needed my own stuff.
That's like a carpenter without a hammer. Isn't that right, BP?
So we cutting up. Are you gonna do a cold draw, my friend?
Yes. Always do a cold draw.
I have no patience.
Y'all give me any more dead air, I'm kicking y'all off the damn show. Come on now, no
Cold
more
draw.
dead air.
Oh.
Talk about a cold air. A cold
All
draw.
right, let's see here.
Tell me why you're doing a cold draw and what's the mindset behind it.
Cold draw. I want to see what flavors or innuendos. My new name.
Windows, he's
Nah,
on fire
I'm
today.
not symmetrical today. An innuendo.
Windows is his word of the day. You heard it live on the show.
That's
What's up?
Italian for suppository.
Yeah. I've got a little bit of spice.
Okay.
Not what.
Now, what was Ashton's, like, what was their thing for this cigar? What was their motivation behind making this series?
So back up. You just threw a new fact. So you're saying Ashton is who makes the cigar?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Come on,
That's
fact
incorrect.
checker.
That's incorrect.
Oh, he said fact correct.
That is completely
Oh,
incorrect.
it's getting
It's
ugly.
only by
Fact
Ashton.
checker. I like this guy. He's on the next show too. Come on, what's going on?
Okay, Ashton doesn't make any cigars. J.C. Newman, which is part of the Arturo Fuente family, this cigar is made in Arturo Fuente number 4, which is in Nicaragua. Arturo Fuente, along with the J.C. Newman family, makes all of those lines, including Diamond Crown, the Ashton, the La Aroma de Cuba, and the San Cristobal. So Ashton, though, does the blending, and they put it together, but they don't manufacture any of this. It's made in Arturo Fuente. It's made in the Arturo Fuente factory, so it's just one of the reasons why you can always guarantee that it's great construction and it's going to have good consistency.
Okay. My fault. Just called you Dave. I see Jeff looking at him. Are you going to fact check that too?
I'm not fact checking it. I'm trying. My man said here he's got some of my favorite sticks on lock in the back.
Hey, come around, Jeff. Come around, Jeff.
Magnamart.
He's the Magnamar. He's this guy here. Everyone's a Magnamar lover.
I got Perdomo on, and I don't want to hook up a Perdomo shirt. How you doing,
This
brother?
man here, Jeff, is like the Magnamar, like poster child. Right. Say hello, everybody. Say hello, Jeff. Say
What's
hello.
happening?
There he is. There he is. Hey, we got more people coming on. We got Will. Somebody else is on. But hey, so there was a fact check. In fact, the fact checker, which is pretty kind of, I was all twisted when I just said.
Yeah, I was too.
But you got the idea what I said.
Right.
Fact man got checked by the fact checker. It's
Oh.
called that today.
Yeah.
And now he ran off the show. Don't run.
Now,
Don't run.
to answer the question, what was Ashton's idea when they had the vision for this cigar? La Aroma de Cuba, the smell of Cuba. A lot of the Arturo Fuente cigars and Ashtons, as you know, everybody smoked an Ashton, and Ashton has its own unique flavor.
Sure.
So this harkens back to the days of old Miami. The old Miami right after the expatriates came over from Cuba, and they were trying to blend cigars that reminded them of their heritage of Cuba. So a lot of these cigars, and especially the La Aroma de Cuba, is a harken back to the heritage of the Cuban rollers that came over early on in 1962 when they fled Cuba after Castro took over.
Okay.
So that's the design behind this, is to harken back to the old days.
And Keith, you're fired. So anyway, let's going for
No,
it.
man, don't do that.
He's fine. We're just having fun.
You just found something that I happen to be knowledgeable in. There's plenty I don't, I assure you.
So, guys, you've got your first draw. What do you think so far? We've already heard his opinion on the stick. What are you getting so far? What notes are you getting?
Was that you that said pepper? Or was it?
No, I haven't even mentioned it.
That'd be me.
Okay. Yeah. So far, I mean, right off the bat, I'm getting a little bit of pepper.
Put some good leathery notes to it.
Yeah. I mean, the first that stood out in my first draw was that pepper, just boom, a high pepper tone. For me, for my palate, I like that. That's good for me. It does have some leather tones to it. I've taken that too. But I am getting some nutty tones to this. I heard you say earlier you had sweet tones to it.
When I breathed out through my nose, I got some sweetness that I wasn't getting just in my mouth.
Okay.
And I didn't notice it until I breathed out my nose. I got a little bit of just a hint of sweetness. It was very nice. You know, something I want to point out real quick. Did you use your new Colibri V cutter?
Yes, I did.
Let me see that for a second. This has to be, you can't see it, but this has to be the deepest, I'm going to put it right up here. This has to be the deepest V cut known to man. It is a solid V cut. It cuts solid. And I love this V cut.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even work for this company. And the first time I had an opportunity to buy one, I bought it here because it's the first one I saw. That V cut is freaking awesome.
We did actually we did a show. We did a show on it, and he was here. He cut it, and that's been our favorite cut ever since.
Oh, yeah.
And that is a perfect segue.
Thank you. I was
You
just
guys
on that.
have been waiting, and the day is here. The Colibri bee cutters have just arrived.
Yeah,
Come up to the reserve.
How many
Get
you
'em.
got? How many you
I
got?
have plenty in every color.
There you
Black on black, black and red, black and blue, black and gold, black and
Where's my purple?
oh gold.
Where's my
yes,
TC
shout out to the
purple?
brother. Apple pie
Where's
apple.
I got the old one.
Stay away from that box. Stay away from that box.
We got them all in, black and purple. We're working on those for my man James. Gold, roll toes, roll frogs. Come in and get them because they're going to go quick.
Oh yeah, those
I
quick. This
guarantee
is the only
you, do
place
not
I
slip. They'll
know.
go quick.
This is the only place I know, not because I'm here, but this is the only place I know that sells that color. I can't find it anywhere else. I cannot. So moving forward, stay on. We haven't had you in a while. We need to know about your palate so far. What do you think about this cigar, my friend?
Well, to be honest with you, a 58 ring gauge is a little large for me. I'm
That's
more,
what she said. We're going
yeah, but so
You didn't go there.
hey,
I did.
I don't think he has that,
This
bro.
this is a PG rate. However, yeah, I'm getting a good draw, but I am getting pepper, which you would expect to get for where it's rolled. Where's the back of it's in.
Where's it rolled? We haven't even talked about that. Where is it rolled?
Is this? Because we've been on a roll. We've been
Oh,
Hey!
speaking of roll,
Don't
we've
even
been on
go.
a roll.
we've been on a roll for like what, the last 4 shows?
Yeah.
So where is this made? See if we're keeping our trend going.
Well, you already know. Scott's already said it's Nicaragua.
Well, yeah.
Okay, we got Nicaragua.
Okay.
What part of Nicaragua?
What's the most famous part?
Still?
Esteli.
Esteli. What's Estelle?
I think it's
It's
still
not talking about your girlfriend over there.
It still was Fred Sanford's wife.
Esther.
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 No, that was
the big one. Hey, the one hey, once you come
Okay.
around, the one person would know would be Guy.
Yeah, God, come say hi.
Guy, come say hi to everybody, man.
Oh gosh.
This man wins a box of Liga Paradas and ran out the shop like a red-headed. I've never seen somebody run so fast the minute he won a box for Super Bowl party.
Because of you.
Wow, you think I'm gonna take your cigars? Yeah. Wow.
I would have.
Where's the love
I would have.
around here?
I don't even know you're not have taken your cigars.
Well, God,
I'm jealous you guys are sampling something and I don't even have a clue.
Well, tell them
Speaking of that, which gives us a natural segue into what's happening beginning the month of April.
what is happening?
Tell them there, buddy.
Oh, you got put a pigeonhole. Go ahead, man. What's going on?
our event, April 3rd.
Okay.
That's Friday night at 6 o'clock. We're going to have an event here at the shop.
Okay.
We're actually going to have a live roller in the shop.
Roll 'em up.
So we'll have someone at the front door rolling cigars. So as you walk in, you'll be able to actually see the construction, how a cigar is rolled.
That's not like rolling hobos.
What was that?
You know, rolling the homeless people.
I'm
No,
just,
that's a little different.
A little different.
I'm just gonna stare at you right now. Leave the hobos alone. Leave the hobos alone.
No, I just wanted to differentiate.
Yeah. So 6 o'clock.
If you've never
Friday on
seen
the
a
3rd.
cigar roll, you know, I always say this to anybody. It's good to see how what you like and what you appreciate, which we always call cigar and experience, is made. I would tell you, come in. It's a craft. It's a skill. You should be here to see that. It's amazing to see what they can do and how good they are at it. It's definitely is a skill.
Yeah.
So guys,
Wait a
let's go
minute,
back.
wait a minute.
Oh, you okay? Let's stop.
He's got another thing that's happening in April. With it, this
You got things?
is a big April.
Tings.
Big
Many
April,
teams.
starting April 1st, we're going to be rolling out our new, it's called the Membership Plus.
Okay.
Tell me about Membership Plus.
Okay. Hold on. Oh, I know we're going there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
The Cigar Club
Cigar Club.
and Membership Plus. There you go.
Yeah. So basically what happens is you will be able to join us every week because you will already have the 4 cigars that we're going to smoke per month in front of you. You chime in, you smoke with us. The way that works is it's a membership club. It's like, come on in, guy. But basically we'll send you 4 cigars a month, whatever we're smoking. But the Membership Plus is for you get the locker and you'll get those 4 cigars sent to you monthly, no questions asked, for the low price of $78.
But how much is How much is the Cigar Club?
Well, the Cigar Club is only $40.
And you didn't tell me everything that comes in it. That's 5% off your sticks. That is 15% off your boxes. 15, not 50. Don't say that I said 50.
Right.
15% off your
I don't know,
boxes. And 4 free sticks that we feature on this show. We want you to come on. We got Will on. We had another guy on a second ago. There's 2 ways you can do this show. You can link on and just hear us, or you can link on and as you see Will right there in the corner, like he lost his best friend. You can chime in, look at us, talk to us. That's what we like about this show. This is a live show. We want your feedback, because your doggone sure can get our feedback. So let's get back to Cigar. And typically that's what you do. You always bring us home. Today you're just quiet.
Well, yeah, I've been dealing with Department of Transportation all morning.
Do you want to hug
Man,
me?
you need a cigar, brother.
No, dude, don't touch me just because I'm over.
He said, don't touch me.
All right. I'm in the first third of mine.
Okay.
I'm getting a good draw, but I'm getting a lot of pepper in my first third. How about y'all? How about you, DJ?
I'm getting a lot of pepper. It's a real, and James used this word before, it's really clean to me.
Yeah.
Starting off. The
Clean.
only,
What do you mean clean?
It's not complicated.
yeah,
You know, I won't call it a complex cigar.
No.
I mean, what I'm going to
You're
get,
getting
I'm going
one.
to get 1 or 2 things, and I'm ready to identify what they are. So I
Right.
call that a clean smoke.
I got you.
the only issue I'm having right now is I don't know if my deep V is too deep,
I got his phone.
but
Business calls.
That's what she said. Go on. Go on.
well played.
I hope she didn't say business calls.
No.
Anyway, go on.
So every once in a while when I pull, I'm getting a little bit of short leaf.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, when I pull, I'm getting tobacco in my mouth. So I don't know. But I mean, I've done it a couple of times, but that's neither here nor there.
That might be a user error over there, man. I'm just saying, 'cause I'm not getting that at all with my
Okay.
straight cut. How about you?
I'm not getting any from a straight cut at all. As far as taste go, I'm still getting a lot of pepper, but I'm starting to pick up more leather now
Okay.
as it smooths out. I'm a little bit further in than you guys because I had impatience, and of course I started smoking early.
I don't blame you, man. Dive right in and smoke. But those are the two exact flavors I got from the beginning. So far, that's all I've got. I've got pepper and leather.
That's it. It's not complex at all right now.
Not at all. But I would say,
No.
what about strength? Get over there with that. It's a live show. Hey, what would you say on your strength, though? What are you getting so far?
Right now I'm getting mild to medium.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm getting a medium.
And I'm a little bit further in. I'm getting more into the medium full now.
Yeah, I'm medium.
Really, the pepper is really hitting my tongue quite a bit, and it's not bitter at all. It's a nice white pepper.
Hey, do you have a bouquet of anything, David? 'Cause, you
No,
know,
no,
it's
no.
the bouquet, man.
This isn't even a full.
So, should I say innuendo or a hint?
Any way you
A
want to say.
suggestion.
Suggestion.
Oh, look at the words popping out today. You know what? I'm not really sure I've had one of these before. So I had zero expectation jumping into it. I didn't even know it was Nicaraguan, to be honest with you. I found out what we were smoking like 2 minutes before the show started. So I have zero research. But for me, just smoking this, I'm going to say this is definitely, even for me, an afternoon or evening smoke. I wouldn't start off with this.
No.
Right.
What do you like to
Especially-
start out with, though?
For me, I'm a Maduro guy all around. I will. But saying that, I don't want a
Here it
heavy
comes.
pepper tone. when I
Guy,
start
you're being
smoking more.
replaced.
Oh, yeah.
You've been kicked off the show. You didn't even say a word, man. The guy who talks the most said nothing. Go ahead.
Well, the reason why I ask is a lot of people like to start out the day with a lighter cigar to go with their coffee.
Connecticut, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys. I like to start out with a kick in the face.
All right, I'm with you.
And I could see smoking this in the morning.
That's a palate thing.
This
For
is-
me, I don't like a peppery cigar in the morning without food in my stomach. It ain't happening.
Well, but with bacon.
With bacon, now we have a different conversation.
Well, but then again, anything's good with
Everything's
bacon.
good with bacon.
That's
You know,
right.
just lather me in bacon. See what happens. Anyway.
I will say I'm not getting a symmetrical burn.
Uh-oh, you got symmetrical back in. That's 2 points
So
for this
I'm
guy.
thinking maybe it
You know
may
what?
have
I'm seeing
been
the same
error.
thing. But I'm seeing the same thing, and I was
Well,
very
David-
careful with
David's-
my life.
He has a nice burn on his.
Yeah, David has a good burn.
I'm doing fine.
It's not a bad burn. It's
I'm
a
doing
little
fine.
bit uneven,
Oh yeah.
and it's not causing any hot spots. But it is uneven for sure. I agree.
Yeah, I'm pretty good
All right,
myself.
guy, you're out. You've been replaced.
Okay. I don't mind being-
God, say bye to everybody. GM's
Goodbye,
finest. GM's finest.
Thank you, guy, for stepping in.
Thank you, guy.
Where's my free cigar?
No,
Wow,
there's
you
nothing
know, the
free
first
here
thing you want
unless
is
you
free.
say you hear it on the show, and then you get a 5% discount.
Hey,
Hey.
I want that,
Uh-oh, the
I want
financial.
that 4 cigar deal.
Oh, you want to do that? You'll be the first one to sign up.
You'll be the first to sign.
Speaking of which, you didn't tell him how much the Cigar Club was. We just told him how much the
We did.
Cigar Plus.
No,
was.
he did.
It's $40 for the
He
Cigar
did.
Club.
He said
What do you
But-
get with the cigar club?
But before I say anything else, I want to make BP mad here. They don't even know I'm gonna say this, and I might get beat up.
Okay, I'm
Financial
moving
guy.
because if he hits me instead of you, it's going to hurt.
For the first 10 people who sign up, first 10, why don't we say $25 for the first month?
commercial break.
Cut.
Cut. This is like the Janet Jackson at the Super Bowl. Cut.
Pull the string.
Sidebar.
I like
Yeah.
that $25.
Sidebar.
Hey,
Sidebar.
the first month will be 25. It's up to you. You can say yes or no. 25 for the first month, and then it goes into the 40. And now,
I just got real hot.
to answer your question, while he calms down, give that man drink some water, brother.
It's-
You have any more water?
it's-
No, maybe what we need to do is get him some alcohol. Get that man a scotch over there. So, to answer your question,
He may be one of those guys that gets mad when he drinks.
so here you
scotch,
go.
though.
It's 4 sticks a month that
Four
we're going
sticks
to
a month.
feature on the show. We're going to
Okay.
send them to you in the beginning of the month so you can smoke them with us or before.
Will you
Come
put
on
him
the
in my
show.
locker if I have a locker?
Of course we will. Of course we will. You have 2 ways to get those cigars. You can either mail them to you or come in the store and pick them up. We'll have them ready for you. That also gets you 5% off on the sticks in the store, and then 15% off on boxes of cigars. You have the first right to a box that opens up because we've sold out of lockers, correct?
Yes, we are sold out
So
of
you have the
lockers.
first right to that, and you'll be able to come to some exclusive parties for the members. How about
Yeah.
that?
That's
All
a
that
great
for the
deal.
bargain price.
That's a great deal.
And guy's the first sign up, so we got him
Once
on the committed line. right?
Once again, is the 25 okay for the first 10? For the first 10.
That is an excellent.
I gotta have this guy say yes. I might get beat up.
Uh-oh,
First
he's
10.
just laughing,
25 for
As
the
a member
first
of the
month.
reserve,
Okay.
First.
and I do have a box,
Uh-oh.
I'll be the first one to say yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, actually,
But he
raised
signed
his
up
hand,
before the
yeah.
discount.
actually, it's a little bit different for you. For you, you're going to be what's membership. So it's $78 a month. That gets you 4 free sticks a month, and you get your typical discounts, and you're on the roll.
50 plus 28.
You'll figure it out.
So
It's simple.
$25 off for the first.
No, not $25 off. I said $25 for the first month, and then it'll change to 40 after that.
But that's not the
first
plus.
The
For
introductory.
the first 10.
But that's not
right.
Cigar Plus. That's just.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
just a cigar club. Oh, by the way, you'll be able to sign up. See, there's a lot of new things coming out. You'll be able to sign up for this online on the Facebook page. It is coming. That should be ready by Friday.
And what's the
I gotta wait for an answer because we're live on air, man. We live on Fox. People are waiting. And even Willow's laughing. Willow's like, you know how cheap he is over
Look at
there.
Will.
No,
Going,
all right.
I'll be
For the
number 2.
first 10 people
Will, you number 2?
until Friday.
All right.
Until Friday.
Until you can log online and do it.
And there's 9 left.
And there's 9 left right now.
8 left.
Will just
Oh,
signed up.
Will,
You signed up.
there's 8 left.
Boy, Will.
So 2 spots are gone.
Hold on.
Are you gonna? So they can have it for 25 for the first month. Is that correct?
There's 7 left.
There's 7 left now. They're going away.
Go, thumbs up. Way to go. This guy.
After this show, he's gonna take me to the back and I told you not to be giving that stuff away.
I need a drink.
But just imagine how great that is. It's like the red box of cigars. You know what I mean? Like you go to the mailbox and you get
I got it.
4 cigars in your mailbox every month, no questions asked.
Let me out.
That is, I think that's great.
Now, BP, I don't want to be seeing any, white owls in my cigar selection just because I got the $25 deal.
El Patons for everybody.
I know you better than that. You never get
Swisher
mad at that
Sweet.
cigar.
Yeah.
It's 4 Swisher Sweets.
So we had to wrap this up because we have a special guest.
Do we now?
Yes, we have a special guest
All right,
today.
then. Since we got a special guest, and we're going to wrap this up, we've been in this cigar, and it's not giving its true justice because we didn't finish it to the final third. But for right now, where you're at, for just construction, what would you rate the cigar?
I smoked it before. Construction, mine is kind of burning a little bit uneven right now.
Okay.
So I'll give it a half thumb.
Okay. How about you, my friend?
Construction, I'm with him. I'd give it a half thumb because I'm still getting an uneven burn.
Which is interesting because this 50 over here, I'm gonna have to go to thumbs up. For me, it's burning just fine for me.
Yeah, I'm going thumbs up. I got a symmetrical burn all the way around.
So we got,
And you got a nice piece of ash right there,
there
too.
you go,
Nice.
very nice. Ooh, look at him checking out your ass.
I know.
I'm just saying. All right, that's one down. How
Started to get
about?
turned on over here.
How
That's a very
about?
nice, shapely ash.
Thank you.
So we got construction. How about just all around taste? How would you rate the cigar?
All around taste, I'm going thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up all day.
How about
Oh,
you?
yeah, thumbs up, absolutely.
Thumbs up all day long.
I'm going here.
Oh, you went medium. Wow, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. I actually like it.
Thumbs up for what?
For the
Taste.
taste.
I got to go
Yeah,
Oh,
me
wow.
and Keith,
this way.
Yeah.
It's a little too pepperish for me.
Okay.
But that's just my palate. Are you fixing to bring
He
it
likes some sweet. Yeah, we're bringing the guest on, so we're gonna wrap
Can
it
I,
up.
can I ask one question
Go
about before we wrap up? Because I want to know this personally. As far as I'm gonna ask Scott this. As far as this line of the Aroma de Cubas, you got the Mi Amor, you got the El Jefe, you got the EE. Can you kind of give us? Is the Mi Amor like the top out of that entire line, or?
I think that, based on the way that they're priced, I would say that each one of them is designed for a different palate.
Okay.
Because each one of them has a totally different taste profile.
Right.
And, even some within the Mi Amor, the Maduro version of this with the Redfoot band is a lot sweeter profile, a lot more dark chocolates.
Okay.
This cigar itself, though, I'd say this is designed for somebody who likes the spicy
Yeah.
Cuban palate.
Yeah.
Right.
If you
Okay.
want that strong pepper, this is your stick.
Got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I like the leather too.
So
yeah, the Reserva will be the one that Keith's favorite.
Oh yeah, Mi Amor
Yeah,
and
it's
Reserva.
fantastic.
I think my favorite would probably be the Noblest. I think BP would agree with that.
Yeah, I almost had
There
to
you
cut you today for trying to steal my nose. But guess who enjoyed it?
Who did?
Guy, he stole your stick.
Guy, you stole
Guy,
you
you-
smoked
Yeah,
my
you
Noblest.
got it?
Guy's always a thing.
You smoked my Noblest?
All right, I'm gonna bring
Oh
it home.
no, not God.
I'm bringing it
Mike.
home.
Wrap it
Bargain,
up.
for
Okay.
bargain price. Bargain. You always. I didn't know how much the stick is. What does the stick kind of run?
This stick's right around roughly between $10 to $11,
All right.
but you will definitely get your money worth.
Oh, yeah.
For
Oh,
this
yeah.
stick, I'll pay $10 all day long.
It's
for
a
it.
slow burn, man. I like it.
Yeah, it's
So
slow.
for bargain price for the cigar.
Yeah, I
Are we
go
all
that.
thumbs up?
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Yeah,
All right.
all day
absolutely.
long.
So I just want to give it its true justice. That's why I'm pushing you guys along.
Yeah.
So
So here's
all
my
around-
question.
I got to let me.
Here's my question. This is what I would ask. Would you put this in your humidor?
Oh, by
Oh,
far,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
We're getting
definitely.
that point.
Yeah.
So would you buy this cigar again? That's my question. Oh, would you buy it again?
Yes, sir.
Thumbs
Thumbs
up. So
Thumbs up.
let's get the final rating, the all-around rating for this cigar. And mind you, I'm going to say it again. We only went in that first third. It's the first time we've done that. But in your first third, at this point, would you rate this stick? How do you rate it? What's your final rating? We
You know
go,
me.
we go one by one. So
I'm going to give it a thumbs up, and I'm well halfway into the cigar.
there you go. How about you?
If my wife's not listening and I'm gonna buy this again, thumbs up.
Oh, how about you?
I'm going here.
Oh, David being wrapped today. Slap him. All right, so there goes that one, and you.
I'm gonna give it a 91 rating.
I don't know about all that. This is not cigar aficionado. Nobody pays us on this show.
I would do this. I would smoke it late at night.
Okay.
It's a little strong for me right now.
They're getting tough on this show lately. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. So that's 3 and 2 halves. Wow. All right.
Yeah. 3 and 2 halves.
That's right. That is really 4 thumbs. So anyway, man, thank you so much for being on today.
I really enjoyed it. Thank you
We might
much.
bring you back as soon as we feature our featured guest, which I didn't even know. Let me tell you, I'm supposed to host this show, and I don't even know what's going on anymore. I don't even know.
Where is Theo?
So thank you so much, my friend, for coming on. It's Scott, right?
It is.
Scott, good stuff. Enjoy your smoke. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks, Scott.
Always.
So should I have the drum roll?
All right, let me hang, Scott.
Hey, let me sit right there.
That's it for
That's
the
the best seat in the house. You'll be a little bright. Oh, actually, where VP's at.
Where BP is?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Hey, I really appreciate you having me.
Hey, no worries, man.
Right by us.
Thank you so much for coming on.
I like the lighthearted conversation about
No, hey, VP,
cigars.
that's the best seat. That's the best
Hey,
seat.
Lil
Right
P.
here? Okay, Terry, you right here.
Say again?
Lil P.
All right.
Right next to him? All right.
So, I decided, what day did I meet you? What was it? Friday or Saturday? Saturday, I decided I was going to go out for a smoke at the good old it's the Cigar Arts, the Bishop Art District. I'd never been there. And I met this interesting gentleman right here. I was like, how you doing? He came and shook my hand, and he allowed me to know that he was the president and owner, well, I kind of both the same, right, of JT Cigars, correct?
T.L. Johnson.
Oh, my. So excuse me as I leave because I've already got fired. I mean, what's going on around here? So T.L.
Johnson.
T.L. Johnson Cigars, okay. So tell us a little about your cigars, my friend. I'm gonna this up closer to me.
Well, first off, we are actually, I just own one of the brands
Okay.
under the Cuban Tradition cigar group.
Okay.
Our group of brands are La Tradition Cubana,
Okay.
which my partner is Luis Sanchez from Miami. He is a Cuban,
Okay.
so he's very old school, very concerned about quality, nothing gets out of the factory that's secondary.
Okay.
So in that group is myself, T.L. Johnson, and then we make another brand known as Jameson Cigars,
Okay.
which we have been known for in that brand, Santos de Miami.
Okay.
We're also bringing out an old brand from 1894, Counselor Cigars, which we will introduce this year at the IPCPR.
Okay. And you know what? You got it exclusively here. You heard it first on the Cigar Roundtable. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's fine. And most of our cigars are blended for flavor, not for strength. We're more blended, old school. Example, this cigar I'm smoking, which is my brand, which is the Tempio, has been very popular. We roll it, we put it in the trays, we press it for 3 weeks before we even think about releasing it.
Okay.
Then we age it. This cigar here has been sitting at the factory since April of last year, so they've got some age on it. One of our other brands that under my name that we've reblended, which is gaining some momentum, is our Legend Reserve 63. We replaced some Nicaraguan tobacco with some Cuban seed piloto.
Okay.
On the Maduro, we reintroduced it with a San Andres wrapper.
Oh, nice.
So it's very clean.
Saying San Andreas, that's Mexican, correct?
That's Mexican.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Very clean smoke, no aftertaste. Very nice, medium-bodied, medium plus bodied cigar.
Okay.
And one of the other things that we did mention that most boutique cigar factories and companies do not have is we make everything from seed to smoke. We grow our own tobacco, we have our own factory, and we have our little individual cigar companies.
That's very rare for the viewers. Typically, people are buying tobacco from either a plot, they buy lots. It's very rare to hear somebody grows, harvests, rolls in the same factory. That's impressive.
And we also have one variety of tobacco that we grow, and we're the only people in the world growing it. So that will be in some future cigars.
Go on.
That will be in some future cigars coming out. It's a very, it's got some power to it, some strength. So it's going to enable us to introduce some from the Dominican Republic, some really nice full-body cigars.
Okay. Okay. And since, like I said, this was a surprise to me. Although I didn't meet him, so I got lucky. I did get a chance to smoke 2 of your cigars, so I am lucky on this one. What got you into cigars, man? What really brought you into this industry?
I am a little bit of a different animal.
Okay.
I own another manufacturer. I was in the outdoor sporting goods business for 30 years, and a lot of my customers smoke cigars.
Okay.
So we wanted to introduce cigars to our customers kind of as a, I wouldn't say a novelty, but something extra that they could buy from us under our own brand. I kind of hooked up with a cigar roller in Colorado.
Okay.
How
rare is that? Colorado that rolls cigars. Legal cigars now. Go on.
I ended up in the Dominican Republic working with a very large factory.
Okay.
But we kind of had a lot of quality issues.
Okay.
So we decided, I decided, I needed some help. So I picked up the phone, contacted Luis Sanchez. Our first cigar was this one, the Tempio.
Okay.
And kind of the rest has been history. Now we're a full-fledged cigar company in the industry. And so we've come a long ways, and Luis and I work very, very well together. Okay. And matter of fact, I'm going to be in the Dominican Republic next week.
Okay. And you know what? You made it sound like he was suffering when you said, right, I got to the Dominican Republic. I'm jealous. I am jealous, man.
Right.
But, so far I know that you sell them at Silverleaf with Jake. Jake, shouts out to Jake. You're at Cigar Arts also, is that correct? That's
right.
All right, and you're now at the Reserve, is that correct?
We're hoping so.
Hey, program director, you need to work on these negotiations, man, when you're slacking up on your job. So I do know if you are looking for cigars, I do know right now they're at Silverleaf. Once again, shouts out to Jake and Cigar Arts. Maybe they'll be here. Hey, I'm finding for them because I've tried his cigars. They're really good. I will say this is a Maduro smoker. He has Maduro, correct? It wasn't a powerful Maduro for me, but I did love the taste. And I would. No, that's not because he's here. Because when he asked me, I told him I'm brutally honest with reps. I always am. And he's not a rep. He's an owner. And I'm going to be brutally honest with him like I will be with you. It was a good smoke. It was a medium body Maduro, which is new for me, but it had such great flavor. And it had light, like a white pepper tone. I've never had a white pepper tone until I smoked that cigar. That was really good cigar. Did y'all have that to show that one that I smoked? Yes. It was a really
And we will be at Silverleaf tonight for a cut and light event.
All right, so we're at Silverleaf. I didn't even know that. So what time are you going to be there?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock? All right, so actually it's right around the end of the show. So at 5 o'clock, they're going to be at Silverleaf. I'm probably going to stop by and check them out because I love the cigars that I smoke there. But that's really cool, man. That's really cool. I'm glad you're expanding in Texas from Colorado. Who would have thought? And it's legal. Who would have thought? So now we know what brought you to the cigar industry. We know where you're going with the brand. So I would say my next question is, do you have any chance of rolling a strong Maduro, or is that not what you want?
No. We've already tested that.
Okay, it didn't work.
With this leaf that we are growing, which we call it D33, which is it is a leaf exclusive to us. One of the things that we gained, this leaf was 14 years in development with the Dominican Republic government, the Dominican Republic. Luis and I were at the right place at the right time, and we were able to obtain that particular seed. And when we first tried it, we didn't grow enough of it because we weren't sure, how it was going to taste, how it was going to grow. Just a lot of ifs. We knew it had been a long time in development, but one of the things they did with it is they improved the strength of it, they improved the resistance to diseases, and so we were able to, like I said, obtain that seed. Now, this year we've obviously upped our production. So we're coming out with a limited amount of those cigars this year. It's going to be very limited because we don't have much tobacco. But this seed, we're able to use the complete filler is from this one plant.
Okay.
We're using a Criollo 98 binder and a San Andres wrapper.
Okay.
I'd like for Randy over here to kind of explain it because he's very good at taste profiles, and he can kind of give you a little bit, kind of a non-biased view from our company as to how that cigar smokes.
Yeah, we don't want to hear from Randy. He's the quiet one in the corner with the bright. No, it's funny. I put him in the bright light for a reason. When I walked in, he said, "I don't remember you because of the lights." And now look how it feels to be the bright light.
Right? You had that glow behind you.
The sun just comes with me. This works.
So yeah, we're very, very, very excited about this release coming out. It's going to be our first step into the full-bodied arena.
Okay.
And it's going to be, primarily a Dominican cigar, which is going to be very unusual because Dominicans just haven't done that in the past.
Yeah.
But with this new leaf that we've been given the rights to grow, it's phenomenal. We've put the prototype in some hands of some folks that we trust their palates, and the feedback. One individual held the cigar up to me in a room full of people and said, "This is the most balanced cigar I've ever smoked in my life." Bold statement.
Oh yeah.
Okay. He said, "I'm mesmerized with the construction. The burn is phenomenal." He said, "And I've just been enthralled with the flavor so much that I didn't realize I'm halfway through the cigar, and it's a powerhouse." He said, "I don't know that I've smoked anything this strong."
Wow.
So that was a big, bold statement, but we were very happy to hear that. So we focus, like Terry said, we really focus on trying to make a cigar that delivers something very nice to the palate. We were able to focus and do that as
What sizes will this limited edition come in?
Originally, it's going to come in like a 46 by 5 3/4, more of a Corona size. We're kind of going back to smaller sizes because the market is gone away, not necessarily. We do make a 60. I mean, actually, we make up to a 96 ring gauge cigar.
Oh wow.
96.
Wow.
Yeah.
yes.
He could be my friend.
And Lewis in Lewis's line, he makes a great pyramid, which is 96 at the foot. I think it's 54 at the tip, and it's I think it's 8 inches long. So it's a great pyramid. Now that said, that cigar smokes very well.
Okay.
It's very balanced. It's a really nice cigar for that size.
And that's usually one of the biggest problems with the big ring gauge is getting that balance of a good burn. And they're getting better at it now. When they first came out with them, they were awful. But they're getting better now at making those big ring gauges burn well, burn slow, and you get the same experience from beginning to end. So you say that's been in the direction you're at?
Right. But we are going back a little bit with more Lanceros, more Lonsdales, more Coronas, because the market is demanding that, because people are starting to figure out that there's more concentrated taste, flavor in those smaller ring gauges.
There you go.
We actually make one, Lewis makes one called La Confianza. It's a spear. It's actually tapered on both ends. And we have to teach people you do not cut the foot. You light the foot and let it, because if you cut the foot, you lose some of the taste. So we just cut the tip and light the foot, it'll take off. And it actually has some Pennsylvania in it. We're one of the few companies that is using a lot of Pennsylvania.
I'm going to do 2 follow-ups. First, because I had talked to them, I knew that they were coming out with a strong cigar, so I was safe in asking that question. That's one. But I do have a question that's pretty interesting. So when people think Mexican tobacco, especially in the cigars, they think Te Amo. And Te Amos to me were awful.
Right. I would agree.
What has changed in the Mexican market that has made cigar companies, or at least you, because you're one of the people I know that are going to Mexico with San Andreas. Now, there's other people out there, the ones that I know, because I see this heavy draw towards Nicaraguan tobacco.
Right.
So what made you guys think outside the box, or not say think outside the box, but reinvent the wheel, however you want to put it? What made you say, we'll go away from Nicaragua, we'll go to Dominican, and we'll go to Mexico?
Well, and we did some changes, and we went to some Brazilian wrappers, and now it's more available. So we're actually able to go back to San Andres and use that. I think from a standpoint of wrapper leaf, is all we use from Mexico.
Okay.
San Andres. It is. It has some dimension. It has some taste to that. To the cigar. It gives it some nutty flavors. I mean, you know, kind of like Criollo 98. You're going to get some hazelnutty flavors in Criollo 98, and it's, you know, it's a great wrapper. It burns very well. Burns very white. So it's a lot of companies last year at IPCPR were going to San Andres, quite honestly, because Connecticut broadleaf has gotten expensive.
Yeah.
Of course, San Andres is expensive.
Yeah.
But Connecticut broadleaf has gotten expensive. It's hard to work with. So they're kind of transitioning over to Centras.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I know a BP will like the fact BP is a Lancero smoker. You know, even though he's a big guy, he likes the power that comes through the Corona, the Lancero. So that's good to hear.
Like that KNF Lancero was the first time I smoked a cigar that small. It's like, wow, it's got some power. It's got some power.
It's more concentrated. You're getting a better ratio of wrapper to filler.
And you're not drawing a lot of air through there.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem with big riggers.
And then why Dominican over Nicaragua? Like I said, I've seen a heavy push to Nicaragua.
Well, obviously we're in the Dominican Republic.
That's all you have
so,
to say.
You know,
easy access. Easy access. No cows, everything, right?
And I'll be honest with you, from what I've seen, being in the growing end of it for a little over a year and a half now, 1 or 2 years, one of the things I've seen, there's a shortage of tobacco that hasn't hit yet. Okay. We're starting to see it. The Dominicans, because I farm down there, we take better care, in my opinion, than what's going on in some other parts of like Honduras and Nicaragua. A lot of places they grow their crop, they'll disc it up, replant right away. The Dominicans, they grow the crop, they'll let it rest. So we plant in the fall, we harvest early in the year between February, March, April, and then we let the ground rest for the rest of the year. Okay. Or they'll rotate a crop in, or they'll put cattle on it. So I think that the quality of tobacco coming out of the Dominican Republic is making
like I said, it's new for me to see this huge push to Nicaragua, you know, so that is a good fact, and I'm glad that I asked that question because you're teaching me something I can't.
Right. Yeah, and honestly, I've made some connections, not only in Pennsylvania, that some people we're using, but I'm kind of, Lewis and I are working on some things out of Kentucky as well.
Really?
But not the fire cure. We
no
tested
bourbon?
Yeah. I was talking to a guy yesterday about some leaf, getting some leaf from him to test. He said, well, I moved my farm over because I got out of. I said he got to a different county because there's less limestone. I said, well, you know that you can distill grape bourbon in limestone, but you can't grow tobacco in limestone. So it's but what he's growing, I'm very interested in. It's air cured. It's not fire cured. We've tested it on wrapper. The biggest problem we had with it is it was uneven burn because it's naturally oily. Okay. I mean, we picked it up from a broker in the DR in Santiago last year, and Lewis was sitting up front with it in a plastic bag, and it was in sunlight as we were going to the airport, and it was literally the oils were coming out of the leaf naturally just from the sun. So it's a very oily plant.
Which also causes a lot of smoke too.
Yeah, and what you'll get is if it's used in filler, it'll be much better than trying to use it as wrapper. Okay. It's not that it can't be used, but you have to go for something specifically grown for wrapper. So I decided is let's try this filler. We can mix it with Dominican piloto, and eventually the leaf that we're growing, that we're telling you about, will replace the Dominican piloto we're using now. And we will be actually using our own leaf and pretty much everything we make as the filler to replace the piloto. So this new leaf will give it a little more power over time. It's going to give it a better taste over time. We're pretty excited about it, you know, because nobody else has it. I had people coming up to me in the last week asking me to sell it to them, and I'm a little iffy right now to giving away my secrets.
Don't give away your secret sauce.
And
when Kentucky Fried Chicken gives you the secret recipe, then you give away your secret sauce.
Right. and that's the key. You know, I mean, we're a boutique company, okay, and to be in this industry as a boutique, you have to be on the cutting edge. That's what boutiques have done for this industry. They've been on the cutting edge of being out of the box, creating something different for the smoker. Always trying to improve and change it and make it a more enjoyable cigar. And my hat's off to the boutiques out there for doing that.
And they've really dominated a core of this market.
Because
back in the day, you heard of Monte Cristo, your Macanudos, your Romeo Juliets. Your what else?
Cohiba.
Cohiba. I said Cohiba. And it's so funny to see, even in the ratings, that these boutique shops are just taking off.
Yeah.
You know, and I always call it the corporate or the entrepreneur shop,
Right.
and that's the way I look at it. Hats off to the boutiques. You're absolutely right. Hats off to them.
Yeah, they're pushing the envelope and creating new stuff and staying out of the box. And that's what Terry's trying to do with using these different tobaccos and experimenting with different tobaccos is trying to stay out of the box and create something that nobody else has, because that gives you an inch to step into the market.
And Terry dropped a bunch of gold nuggets for you, a bunch of gold nuggets on leaf, on filler, on why you don't use this on the vine. I mean, that was a lot of gold nuggets in one short segment. I'm gonna have to say that. Thank you very much, man. And I did, like I said, some of these questions, I'm glad. I didn't know Terry was coming on, and I'm glad he did come on. But the great thing about this is that I got to talk to him on a one-on-one basis at Cigar Arts. And so, like I said, some of these questions I kind of knew I'd be safe. I asked them, and others I just wing it and hope that he would be okay. So, is there anything else that you would say you have coming out? We're giving you a bunch of exclusives here today. Is there anything else?
Louis, we're working on packaging right now. He's coming out with a limited 10-count series. He makes the La Tradition Cubana.
Okay.
And then he also has one. And the difference between the La Tradition Cubana and the Sabor Cubano is one is natural, which is the mild cigar, and the other is the Maduro. He wanted to come out something special because he's going to celebrate his 20th year in business, and he's working on packaging now. We'll be introducing a limited edition Reserva Familiar that will be introduced. We kind of introduced it last year. The response was phenomenal at the IPCPR. So now we've had a little bit of hiccup in the packaging of those cigars, but now we're overcoming that, and that's specifically why we're going to be spending 12 days in the Dominican Republic next week.
We feel so sorry for
him.
him. Yeah. So sorry.
So, and that will be coming out, the Reserva Familiar. Now, in his line, he makes a La Tradition Cubana, he makes a Sabor Cubano, the Las Memorias, the JML, which was for his grandfather. It's called the JML 1902, and that's a Brazilian. The Ecuadorian, but with Piloto in the filler, and San Andres on the Cubano, and with Piloto in the filler is that too. The other thing we make, which has been really hot, we make these little cigars that are 3 1/4 by 22 ring gauge. The unique thing about those are we make them in Maduro and we make them in natural. They're all hand rolled. We actually have molds for them, and they smoke like a big cigar.
Wow.
But they're 15-minute smoke.
Wow. So like a dog walk.
And you get people hooked on it.
Okay.
I mean, everybody I've given to, they go, I need a box. So for the price, $1 a piece.
Wow.
For 50 cigars,
Wow.
you get a box of 50.
Dog walkers. Everything. Dog walkers. That's a great price.
The Jameson line is a Dominican Puro.
Okay.
We're one of the few, if not only, company in the world that makes a Lancero. It's a 38 ring gauge by 7 inches. It is box pressed like the Tempio. Comes in the cedar trays, and that thing is on fire. We can't keep enough of them in stock. That's a retailer show. It's a retailer show.
That's the easy way to do it, Terry.
Yeah.
Typically, we have my cue cards. I would have my program director here saying, ask this question. I've been swinging it today.
You put me on the spot. I'm like, I just lost. Yeah, that's Pipe Cigars retailer.
It's the retail. They just come out. In other words, what pretty much goes on there is whatever you bring to market. It's a trade show. Whatever you bring to market, you show to the masses.
Right. This year it'll be in New Orleans.
Once again, I'm just so sorry for you, New Orleans. Look at the hard job. He suffers so bad.
And we will be there for the reserve.
I like to hear we.
And-
We is French, but if that means me, I'm going. We
And one more thing about our tobacco that I'm pretty proud of. We got a rating this year. The crop that we grew last year was pretty much 99% Criollo 98. We got a rating of 99.9.
Wow.
So
Come on.
we have
Yeah.
we sold that tobacco to three, as of this morning, 3 major companies in the industry are buying our tobacco.
Wow. And he still rolls and blends his own. So that should tell you everything. If they start calling you, you're doing something right. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I would say you're doing something right.
Thank you.
Well, I thank you, man, for coming on.
Well,
I'm
thank
sorry if I, backed up the bus on you. I
No.
missed our question.
We're happy to be here. Texas has been good to us, and we want to return the favor.
Now, once again, y'all going to be where tonight?
We're going to be at Silverleaf Cigar Lounge tonight.
Downtown Fort Worth.
Yes, sir.
Down with Jake.
Jake, cappuccino.
Shout out to Jake.
Come on out.
Jake
Come on out
is
and try
all-
T.L. Johnson cigar.
Absolutely.
I guarantee you're going to enjoy it.
And if you don't know where that's at, I think it's Commerce, right? It's on
Commerce, right across from Bass Hall.
And it's right by the that cheesecake factory. Yeah, I'm not trying to give them any type of plug, but it is right across the street from the cheesecake factory. So come out and enjoy those cigars. Like I said, I've tried 2, and I love them very much. And I was nice to get that one back. I almost took it, but I was nice. I was nice. So come out and see your name one more time.
Randy Shormer.
And we have.
Terry Johnson.
And I'm sorry that I called them LC cigars, whatever I called them. I'm sorry, but it is Terry Johnson cigars. So Terry Johnson, what?
It's T.L. Johnson.
TL?
T.L. Johnson Cigars.
I'm still messing this up. TL Johnson cigars.
Cuban Tradition Cigar Group.
Cuban
We love-
tradition. There's good.
Thank y'all so much
Thank
for
you
coming.
for
Very
having
much
us.
for
Thank you.
coming.
Appreciate it.
So we'll wrap up this show. I hope everybody had a lot of fun. Got to learn a lot of new stuff. I mean, he dropped some gold nuggets today. Stuff that I didn't even know. So I thank you so much one more time. We thank you. Come back and see us each week at this time, 1:15 to 2:15. We love you. Have a great evening.
See ya. Thank y'all. Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you, man.
Randy.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You guys.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Show's over?
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.